Welcome, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here for Wednesday check-in. So first of all, before I start, I would like to send an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So Wednesday check-in, for this Wednesday check-in, I'd like to talk about our journey, especially our journey towards the unknown and working out or thinking about how we can trust in the steps that we take as we journey towards the unknown. So first of all, before I get into that, I just want to do a quick recap, especially if you're new to watching my Wednesday check-in videos. There are many others that you can look back on. There's a playlist on my YouTube channel, Temple of Balance, with various perspectives and angles we're looking at checking in. So Wednesday check-in, it's not just about checking in Wednesdays, it's about checking in with ourselves constantly, or becoming a new habit for ourselves, where we're doing it daily or twice a day or every couple of days. So Wednesday check-in is just a reminder to help us get into the habit of checking in. So why checking in, or what? Checking in to me is observing how we're doing mentally, emotionally, and physically, and in our life. So we're observing. And what then we gather, the information we get from checking in is then the information that we can act upon. Okay, so if I'm feeling tired, okay, what do I need to do to take that step to rectify that? Maybe rest, maybe go to bed earlier, maybe do a meditation before I go to sleep. So what we observe from our checking in is then what we then think about, okay, what's a solution for this? What action do I need to take to help balance that out, if you like? So for this video, I want to talk about our journey towards the unknown. And this is something that, I've been doing this work on Temple of Balance for 15 years. I've been doing my self-healing work, my self-healing dedication for 20, which I can't believe, wowzers. So I've, stepped out of my comfort zone a lot. I've stepped into the unknown. And previously, back in the day, so a few years ago, we used to be, the unknown, I think it was still scary, but there was a bit more of a lead in to it in some ways. Whereas in recent years, a lot of us realize that stepping into the unknown is almost like walking blindfold off a cliff, off a metaphorical cliff, and into the unknown, and we have no idea where we're going. We have no idea what's going to change in our life. We have no idea about the outcome, or whether it's something we should do or not. And what I've noticed lately is this just general hesitation in stepping into the unknown. Maybe it's as we get older, we get a little wiser, a little bit less ambitious, a little bit less game, a little bit more comfortable in our environment that we've created, the life that we've created for ourselves. So change, I think, becomes a little, perhaps more scarier as we get a little older and a little wiser. When we're younger, we just kind of throw caution to the wind, don't even really think about the consequences and go for it. So it just seemed easier. Maybe it's because I'm getting a little older, but it seemed a little easier than it has in recent years. And what I've recognized or realized is that very much as we journey towards the unknown, whether we've got fear or insecurity or hesitation about it, it's very much I have to remind myself to just keep trusting in the steps that I take as I step forward in my life. And really we're opening new doors all the time, whether we call them that or whether we call them the unknown, or whether we just say, okay, we're getting up today, we're going out to face the world today. There is an element of unknown in everything. We could have been doing something 20 times, and then on the 21st time we do it, thinking, yeah, we've got all experience with this, we kind of know what this is about, we kind of know what's potentially going to happen, and then the rug's pulled out from under us and the whole situation is different than it's ever been before. So every moment, every day we wake up to is potentially the unknown that we step into. So the more we trust in the steps that we take, and we trust in the decisions that we make, and we trust in our journey towards that new door, whether it's a new door we know that's coming or a new door that we just suddenly, surprisingly face, I feel that helps give us the courage to enter into that unknown territory, where it sort of feels like we are walking blindfolded in our life and we don't know where we're going. So if we imagine that the unknown is like we're walking with a blindfold on and we don't know where we're going, we're stammering around in the dark, if we can just stop, take a big breath and trust in just the one step that we take and making sure we land on solid ground. Stopping, taking a breath, and then take another step in our life, make sure that we're on solid ground before we take another and another. And those steps, every step that we take, those single steps are leading us into where we need to be, that we can trust with our heart. So when we hesitate, when we hold back, when we doubt, that's when we create, that's when things block up for us. So what position are you at right now in regards to your journey into the unknown? Have you just stepped into something new? Are you approaching something new? Are you holding back or trying to fight against something new that wants to come into your life? It might be worth today or over these next few days checking in and see where you stand in regards to new beginnings in your life. Sometimes our heart calls us to new beginnings and calls us into new things, but there's a part of us that's still held back or tied back to the past. So we may also need to look at, to bring some new things in, we may need to cut or remove some old things out. And sometimes it's just what's accumulating or what's occupying our mind we may need to cut out too. So even things may have passed in the past, things that may have happened, but they still may be taking up a lot of our mental time or our mental space, our attention. So sometimes it's more about clearing that stuff out and closing those doors so that we can free ourselves to step into the new, into the unknown. So check in with yourself and see, how is your stance, or where are you standing right now in regards to going into new beginnings or stepping towards the unknown? Are you trusting in yourself? Are you trusting in the steps that you're taking? Are you trusting in the words that are coming out of your mouth? Are you trusting in the decisions that you're making when you determine what you think is best in that situation or what is best for yourself or others? Sometimes things backfire without us intending for them to. So if we're trusting that we've said what we needed to say, and we trust that we do what we needed to do in regards to, being compassionate and thoughtful and true and honest to ourselves, then we can't regret what we've said or what we didn't say, because we need to perhaps think about trusting that what we had to say was said or done. So let's stop holding ourselves back and trust that it's okay to step into new beginnings. It's okay to step into the unknown. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thanks so much for connecting. If you want to learn more about me and the work that I do at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So I will be back again next week for Wednesday check-in. In the meantime, please remember or get into the habit of, if it resonates with you, to check in, to observe, to see how you're doing, and be really honest with yourselves. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.